Hi, Mike here from Clearview Mirrors. This is our 120 Prado mirror. It's basically the same as the others except it fits a 120 Prado. Our mirrors will extend when you slide them out, push them back, fold them in if you go into a tight spot. Okay, and if they cop a whack from behind, they'll go forward also. Okay, what we're going to do here now is I'm going to run through the procedure for actually installing the mirrors on the car, and it'll be a step-by-step procedure. So let's get into it. Okay, what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you what tools you're going to need to do the job. You're going to need a reasonably long flat screwdriver, okay, a number 2 Phillips head screwdriver. I've got like a prizer bar. You can usually pick them up at the markets for a couple of bucks each, but you can use a flat screwdriver if you don't have the bar with the bend in it. Okay, and a 10mm socket on a small 6-inch, 5-inch ratchet or whatever that, quarter drive. Okay, you don't want nothing really big because you'll end up stripping the bolts. And this hook here, I use that to hold the door panel if I'm doing the job on my own. If you've got somebody else there to help you, well, you probably won't need that. Okay, let's get started. I use a flat screwdriver here to take this cap off inside the door there. Okay, hold the handle back, put the flat screwdriver in there like that, and just give it a gentle prise, and you'll find that it'll come out quite easily. You've got your control panel here in your door. You need to go under there very, very carefully not to damage your leather, and just prise it up. It just pops out. It only sits in there. Okay, once you've got that out, right, put your fingernail onto that there, depress that, right, hold onto the wires and give them a little bit of a wiggle, and you'll find that your plug and everything will come out for your electrics. It's a really good idea if you start with your windows down, so that you can manhandle the mirror if you need to. Okay, next part, this covered piece here on your door panel needs to come up. Right, you're probably going to need some fingernails, but I wouldn't ask your wife, because you won't be too popular if she breaks them, and it requires a little bit of effort to get it off. But once again, they're just a push in with plastic clips holding them, right, and it's pretty simple. We've got 3 screws in the door. We've got one here. Take that out. Take this one out here, which is inside the control panel. They're the 2 major ones. And there's one more up inside the door handle, underneath that cover that you just took off in there. Okay, so if you go and do what I just showed you to do, hit the pause button, and when we come back, we're going to take the door panel off, and then we'll get started again. Okay, in this particular case, we've had these mirrors on before. They've been on the car for a little while. Bob's been out doing some testing, towing his van and all the rest of it. So that's why the mirrors are already on the car, but we're just going to take them off and then refit them and everything for you. Okay, now you've got your screws out of here. The next part is take this cover off here. Once again, just get your fingernails in behind it and give it a bit of a pull. Right. One more little pin in here. It's a plastic pin that's right in the corner of the door. Okay, it's just a push-in pin, so you need a little Phillips head screwdriver. Right, push it in the centre, like that. You'll hear it click, and then just pull the panel out and it'll drop out. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take the door panel off, right, and it does sound a little bit crude when it comes off, but don't panic, you won't break anything. I like to use my weapon here, which is a homemade tool we use for popping door panels off, but you can use a flat screwdriver. Go in, run your fingers along the door here, and you'll find some indents in the bottom of the door. If you just go in underneath there like that and put a bit of pressure on it, you'll see that the panel will just pop off. Okay, give it a little bit of a pull, make sure it's out. You can see it's still stuck up here at the moment, right? So just go in underneath there and free that one up. Once you've done that, the door panel itself should come off. Right, just give it a gentle hit up like that. Right, now remember that there are cables operating your door panel here, so you need to keep hold of the door panel. As you can see, you've got these cables. Okay, you've also got a light in the door here. Right, we're not going to touch any of that, and that's why I like to use the clip here. And so I don't knock Bob's paint around or his glass, I use this little hook here and I just hook the door panel onto that like that, and that just holds it out of the way, and it frees up this area down here if you move it to closer to the end of the door. You've got to take your electric plug out here, right, pull it up, right, unhook it, right, and then take your bolts off, right. We're going to do these anti-clockwise, okay, don't go clockwise because you'll bust something, right, just loosen them. I'm going to cheat here a little bit. I have the power. Make life a little bit quicker, a bit simpler. You need to keep hold of the mirror when you do the last one, and I do the top one last for that reason. Okay, take that off. Okay, and then your mirror should come pretty much off. Well, it should come all the way off. Okay, now we've got the mirror in our hand. Go do that, hit the pause button, go and do the job. When you come back, I'm going to show you how to reinstall it just as quickly as it came off. Okay, let's get started. Bob, can I get you to come and hold the mirror for me, please? And we'll go through the procedure here. Okay, thread your wire first through here. And what you need to be careful of is you need to make sure that the rubber is sitting up and over the top of the plastic here. Okay, make sure that's sitting in place. And what you're going to do is when you fit the mirror, you're going to put this corner down and keep it pressed firmly against the car while you slide it up. Otherwise it'll come out like that, right? And you need to make sure that it fits up nicely up underneath there.
Still kind of.
Okay.
Just a little.
And fit it up as high as you can. Okay, line up the bolt holes from behind like that. Okay, that looks okay. And then once you get it to there, right, just use the 3 Toyota nuts that came off your existing mirror, okay, and then just screw them up by hand. You'll find that that they'll go all the way by hand without any problems at all. Okay, and then we're gonna tighten them up. All right, just go round, just gently on each of them. Right, put them into position. And keep an eye on the rubber at the same time to make sure that the rubber's seating all the way around the door, because the last thing you want is some water getting inside your door. Okay, just gently take them all up a little bit at a time, pull them up evenly, right, and then when they start to take up, just gently go around and just nip them. Don't put too much pressure on them. The last thing you want is you want to strip something. Okay, if you've got a little bit of excess wire, just wrap it around behind the plug there, right, and face it into the door like that, right? Make sure that when this goes in, it goes in with a click, like that, okay? And that's basically it. Now, once the mirror's bolted up tight to the door, now you can actually extend it if you want to. If you don't want to, just leave it there and you can do it all afterwards. Okay, so go do that, and when we come back, okay, we'll finish the procedure off. Okay, I'm assuming that you've got everything bolted up, you've got the rubber sealed, you've got your electrics in. What you want to do now is you want to test your mirror and make sure that it does everything it's supposed to. Out, in, up, down. If you do it now, if there's a problem with it, you can fix it before you put all your door trim back on. You've got to pull it all off again. Okay, now we're going to put our door trim on. hold the door trim up, take your hook out if you're going to use it, right? Fit this corner in first, okay? So you're going to seat that in back in there like that, right? And then just follow it along and make sure that it just sits down nicely. You'll know if it's sitting down properly because when you go like that, all your plastic plugs will just connect back into the door and everything will be nice and flush along here and flush up there like that, and it'll all be good. Okay, now we're going to put the screws in. Do this one in behind the panel first, that way you don't end up fitting your electrics and everything back up into there. Make sure you pull your plug out as well. Don't lock it back down in there behind the door panel and find out that you've lost it later on. Put these two back in here first. Okay, and you've got one more screw to go up in here behind the door latch. Screw all that into place. 3 screws. Okay, go do that. Come back and we'll finish off. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to put our control panel back in. Fit your loom into there, wait for the click, and then just simply go like that. Okay, your other panel on here, pointy end out, of course. Okay, just sit it on there like that. Not all that difficult, is it, eh? I reckon you could train a monkey to do this job. Somebody obviously did. Anyway, we're going to put this little panel in here. You need to get this clip in here first. Okay, your front one. Pull the handle out. Fit that corner in first. Right? Push your bottom in. And then you'll find the whole thing will go into place. Right? Everything just pushes in, and you've got this little clip here. Right? Reverse that centre piece back out like that. Hold it there. Push it in. Push your panel all the way home. And then push that in. Okay? And that'll hold that for you. Okay? Now you've only got that panel up there. Tap that back into place. And basically, you're good to go. This is what you got. There's your mirror. Pull her out when you're ready to go towing. And go and enjoy yourself.